it's Mickey here, and welcome to another video on backgrounds, making some backgrounds. As you can see, I've got a selection of paints here. I'm not sure if I will be using all of this paint. I've got my craft mat because I'm going to use my craft mat to put my paint on and use the paint directly from there. Just going to move the video slightly so that it's just not so much in your face. I think this might be a little bit better. Okay, so what you will need is then, this is acrylic paint. You can use any make of acrylic paint, and the colors are up to you. When you see what I'm going to do, you will see the selection of colors are absolutely your choice. You will also need some paper to work on. I'm not going to work in a journal because I plan to use this afterwards to in fact make some elements that I can use in my journals. And so I've got two mixed media papers. I think it's 230 grams. Good. So that's, or you can use any heavyweight paper. And then you will also need some baby wipes. So have them handy. We're going to use them to apply the paint and also to clean our hands. Okay, so I'm taking two out. So what I'm going to do, I'll just show you how I'm going to start with the blues. So I put the rest aside. So I'm just going to show you how I put it on my craft mat, just above here, just a small blob, not too much. I have a tendency to always put too much paint. Just want to wipe this. Then some turquoise. I hope you can still see. Turquoise. And the other blue. This is the aquamarine blue. Oh no, it's a turquoise blue as well. This is a turquoise green, turquoise blue, and a light blue. So I'm just going to do this with a blue. And now what I'm going to do is, it's very simple. I'm just going to paint some rounds on this with the different color paints. So I think I'm going to start with a light one. So I just dab the baby wipe in the paint, and I just very randomly I'm going to paint some rounds. I'm not really planning this. I'm just going to fill my page with rounds like this. Now I'm just changing the position where I will grab the paint. So I'm going to do the turquoise, the green turquoise. And I'm going to overlap as well. That's always a good idea. So don't be scared if it mixes and matches. I'm going to do another one there, and maybe one here. It goes off the edge. Another one here, maybe also going off the edge. You can always come back and add some more. Okay, I'm going to take a new baby wipe for the blue. I'm going to put the blue over here and another bit over here, perhaps at the top here. I'm still within the frame. I'm truly not planning this, it just goes where it wants to go. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit more because I want to have not so much big white spaces. You'll see why. I want to add the colors kind of in between. And even if it does this where it's lighter, it's really great. It doesn't matter. I'm going to add a little bit more of the light blue. And perhaps a little bit more here. And one more of the turquoise. It doesn't matter if there are two next to each other, 2 or 3 next to each other. In any case, the effect is always a surprise. Okay, so now I've got some paint left on my craft mat, so I'm going to use this. I have another page ready here, so I'm just going to use this up, maybe make bigger circles. Just going, and this will give a completely different effect. And you see here it's lighter because there's not much paint on it. And now I'm going to take the turquoise again, turquoise green, just go with a big circle. Perhaps another one here. I still have some paint left, so I'm going to go on and just use up the paint. Do something here, and perhaps here. And I'm going to mix the last little bit. So do something there and something yeah. Okay, so you can always come back to this later. Okay, now we take our first one. I'm going to clean off the excess paint here. Okay, now I'm going to add my other colors. So I'm going to go with, I think, these 3 colors. Oh, and the brown. I like the contrast. Okay, so I hope there's still some paint left in here. So this is the green. Up. It didn't come out where I wanted it to. It's very close to my paper. This is a golden ochre. This is an olive green. I don't think you can see the colors. And brown. I'm going to use less of the green and the brown. Just a little bit. Let's take another baby wipe. Okay, so I'm going to go with the brown first. I dab it a little bit so that there's not so much paint on it, on the baby wipe. And I'm going to make smaller circles with the brown. one here, and perhaps one over here, and one here. Okay, so now I have to, I want to wait for this to dry a little bit, so I'll see you in a bit. I'm back, and I've decided to actually add the brown paint also onto the page where I used the excess, the paint that remained on my palette here on my mat. So I'm just going to finish that, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with the next color on the other mat. So yeah, I'm going to go. I'm using bigger circles, just a little bit there. It's really where my intuition takes me. I'm not thinking too much, and that's a good thing. We think too much. Our thoughts are carrying on all day, and here it's not necessary to think, which is a wonderful thing. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the other one. It won't be completely dry, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to add a little bit of the green. And now I want to add the green. I feel is going to go to add a nice touch to the brown. So I'm going to fill these little spaces around like this, and yeah, I'm using a little bit more paint than with the other colors, with the brown. So do one here and one there would be nice, and I want to perhaps do there. And over here. And now I'm going to go with the mustard, or the ochre. I said mustard, it reminds me of mustard. I'm just going to add a little bit of that. It's really playing. There are no rules, and that's the wonderful thing about art journaling, is there are no rules. We can do whatever we want to. Okay, a little bit at the top, a little bit more there, and perhaps a little bit more here, and let's go over there. And you see I'm overlapping, and it gives a nice effect that changes the color a little bit. Okay, can you see how nicely it comes out? And I have a lot of yellow here and a lot of yellow here. I'm not really paying attention to balancing out the colors. I just go where I feel I want to go. Okay, so we're going to use the dark green, the olive green now. And I'm just going to add some touches. I'm not going to use a lot of that because it appears to me that can be a little bit overwhelming. Just a touch here and there. Maybe a little bit here. And over here. Okay, and I think that's enough. Okay, now I'm going to use the paint that remains on my mat. As usually there's too much paint. I don't know why I always do that. I never learn my lesson, but that's just how it is. So I'm going to turn this around to make it easier and to remain in the frame of the video. Shall we do another? No, I think it's fine like that. And now we can do the ochre. I'm beginning to like this one better than the other one with the bigger circles. It's interesting how it works. Excuse me. Maybe one there, one here, and let's do one over here. And I think it needs a bit of color. There and there and here. Okay, so let's go in with a dark green. We did the brown, now we can do the dark green. I'm going to do it over here, that would be nice. Fill a little bit of space there. Fill a little bit of space over here. And shall we go there? Make it a big one. And perhaps over here as well. And there. Perhaps there. Good. I think we've done all the colors, and I still have paint left. So I'm just going to use that up on, maybe add it to an existing page in my art journal. And then I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use a completely contrasting color. I decided to use this, it's called a permanent red violet light. And I'm going to apply it with my finger. Now, if you are sensitive, you have a sensitive skin, perhaps you could use a glove, a surgical glove, for instance. And this is just to add a contrasting touch, and you will see how nicely it looks afterwards. So I'm just going to dab my finger in, and I'm going to make like small circles like this, wherever my intuition leads me. Just going around like this. I don't know about you, but I just love how it brings the whole page to life. You don't have to do this if you want to remain with a more harmonious ambience. You could do that, but I just like this. And you will see in the end there will be some white spaces, still some white spaces, and that's also nice. So I'm just going to add another here. Oh, I dabbed my finger in this one, doesn't matter. Maybe it needs a bit of color here. A little bit of color over here. This time it seems like I'm going to use up my paint. Where should I put another one? Over here. And perhaps over there. And I feel I should go another place there. Okay, so there you have a page that you can use like this. I just want to show you. I did this in the same colors a while back. I'm just going to show you. I'm cleaning this off in my journal. So afterwards, what I did, I just wrote some thoughts and a little bit of doodling. And this is a page that I know I will come back to. I will keep on writing on it and probably fill the whole page with writing as I keep on going. I will tell you a little bit the story of this page. I had been very, very busy the last week and the beginning of this week, and Wednesday and Thursday morning I was completely without energy. I really felt like all the happiness went out of me. I couldn't find my happy places. And in the afternoon, I taught some flute lessons, and that brought back all the happiness in my heart, and I was so happy about it. So I just wrote some words and haphazard phrases. And I don't know if you know, I live in France, and I often go to Italy as well. And so I even noted yesterday was Venice's birthday. So the town Venice, and the 25th of March, 421 to 2021, so to 2021. So you can work out it's Venice is 1,600 years old. Voila. So it made me happy. I watched a video on Venice, and that made me very happy. Okay, so now what you could do with this, you could do some stenciling on it. You could cut it up as is to use for collage. You could cut out like a circle and use it as a focal point on a page. You could do some stamping on it. So there's really a lot that you could do with a page like this. And I just want to show you the other one where I didn't add the pink. One could leave it like this, and so you can write on it, you can doodle on it. There's really a lot that you can do with a background like this. You could also just add a large focal point. For instance, you could paint a tree, or cut out a picture of a tree, add some magazine clippings. Really, the sky is the limit. I hope you enjoyed this, and please leave me your comments below the video. It's always lovely for me to hear what you think about the ideas I present in my videos. Take care and happy creating. See you soon again.